Shabash. Huku zikiwa zimesalia siku 50 kabla ya mashindano ya olimpiki za Paris, waandalizi wa mbio hizi wamesema kwamba maandalizi yameshika kasi, huku majaribio ya kufuzu mbio hizo yakitarajiwa kuandaliwa mnamo tarehe 16 na 17 mwezi Juni katika uwanja wa Nyayo. Haya, nijiunge basi na mwanahabari mwenzangu Ivy Terry ambaye alitangamana na wadau hao. Wanasemaje kuhusiana na maandalizi na huo mchujo wa tarehe 16 na 17 mwezi Juni?
The Olympic Games are organized by a body known as NOC. Every one of you knows that. And we as an athlete, we only take a part of the contingent that they normally take to the competitions. The way the Kenya team would look like so that it can be very competitive during the Olympic Games started a long time ago. And the last bit of it is that we have a number of athletes totaling to 49 that had been selected by the technical committee that normally manages competitions in Athletics Kenya. These athletes were selected from certain kind of understanding that is, in the first place, have they qualified, because there is standard qualification for every athlete in every event. That one gets to this timing or to this kind of throwing distance, something like that. This one should be known by every one of you. So that now, that was the first thing or the first kind of area that we looked at an athlete. And then the other one was that we had to abide with the anti-doping regulations, which are very important for an athlete to get to be in before one goes for any world competition. So that now we got to understand that every athlete that we are going to come up with to prepare for the Olympics must have undergone all the anti-doping requirements. So that is where we are, and we have 49 athletes who are ready now to compete.
We managed to discuss with the ministry the pros and cons of having the trials in Ulinzi, and of course it came out that there are some athletes that are not qualified, but they are closer to qualifying, and that is the reason why we convinced the ministry that at least to give us 2 days, 14 and 16, to host our event at Nyayo National Stadium. And we are happy to announce today that the minister himself, the peers, and of course our president agreed together that this event will be held in Nyayo. I don't want to belabor the issue of the selection criteria. You are aware that at least Kenya, even in its own constitution, indicates that the top 2 will automatically be selected, and then of course the third one will be through a panel of selectors. But normally, at least Kenya requires the conditions that the interest of the athlete first will be considered. So it's not just that someone else will just be put in, but the person who is number 3 will be given a chance, bearing in mind that you have to consider also the performance of the others, and that's where now the nation's interest comes into play. That's why we always have that slot to consider the chance for the one who will actually play a bigger role that will also serve the nation. All the athletes that will be invited will have been vetted by AIU and ADAC. So we have submitted the names of all the athletes that have met those conditions, which indicates that an athlete should have already been tested 10 months prior to the championship. And the last condition which was given was that an athlete should have at least have out of competition test before the 3rd of May. If an athlete has not been tested once before the 3rd of May, that athlete will not compete because they will not be allowed.
Kwingine kwamba baada ya kujikatia